Okay, so this is one from the homework. You've got the limit as x approaches 2 of x squared minus 5x plus 6 all over x squared minus 6x plus 8. So we're going to factor out both of those. So this is where, if you watch the video, this is where he was talking about going into the sidebar here and creating a separate section to do the work, because this work is not actually the answer. This work just helps you get to the answer. It helps you get to this equation, g of x, because remember theorem 9, g of x equals f of x, as long as x doesn't equal 0, or in this case, as long as x doesn't equal 2. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this and we're going to turn it into that, and this is how. So we'll start here with, and again, you don't have to put the limits here because this is just your sidebar work. This is just how you do it. So you're going to start with x squared minus 5x plus 6. Right? And then you're going to have x squared minus 6x plus 8. So both of these things are called polynomials. They're a fraction in this case, numerator, denominator. So what this means is when you factor it out, you're trying to break it into two terms that when doing the FOIL method, remember FOIL, first, outer, inner, last. So we're going to try to break this up into two parenthetical equations. So two separate equations in parentheses like that. So we can go ahead and do that. Put your parentheses down. You know that's what you're getting down to. Go ahead and do the same on the bottom since you're going to break the same thing down on the bottom. So we know it's x squared, and we know it's x squared on both of them, see? So we know we're going to have to do, for the first, the only way you can get x squared is if you multiply x by x. So we'll put x in both of them, right? All four of them, because the top is x squared and the bottom is x squared. So we know that the first in FOIL if we want to go back to this, the way we're going to do that is we're going to multiply x by x first, because first. Then we have to do the outer. So we know we need to get to a negative 5x. But we also know that the last two numbers need to multiply together to equal 6. So how could we do that? We could do it with, what if we need it to be a positive 6? So it's either going to be two positives here or two negatives here. We're just focused on the top one right now. So if we need the x's, because remember we're doing outer, so let's try -2, -3. This would give us x times x, which is x squared, -2 times x, which is minus 2x, outer, inner, sorry, I did that backwards. I did inner before outer. But in this case, you do outer as well. X times -3 is -3x. And then -2 times -3 is positive 6. Combine like terms. So that equals x squared minus 5x plus 6, which is exactly what we had here. So that's a properly factored version of this. Let's do the same thing here. So we've already got our x's there. We know that. Now our outer is going to be, we need a -6. So we can do that. Let's try and do it the same way. What plus what is going to give you -6? So you could do -3 and -3, but -3 times -3 is going to be a positive 9, not a positive 8. So what do you need to make 8? Well, you need 4 2s. That's it. Either 4 2s or 2 4s. So 4 and 2, those are the main factors of 8. So can 4 and 2 equal 6? Sure, if you add them together. Now, how do you make them negative? Both of them have to be negative. So -2, -4. let's factor, let's foil that one out. So first is going to be x squared, see, first, outer, negative 4x, inner, negative 2x, last, positive 8. Because remember, a negative times a negative is a positive. Positive times positive is positive. The only way you can multiply and get a negative number is doing a negative and a positive. So, x minus 2, so this right here is equivalent to that. See? So now we can go in and we can say x minus 2 times x minus 3 divided by, or all over, x minus 2, x minus 4. So division, that cancels out automatically. If they're on the top and the bottom, they can cancel out right there. So what you're left with is x minus 3 over x minus 4. And that becomes, so if this is f of x, then this, after that's canceled, is equal to g of x. So, and remember theorem 9, g of x equals f of x, provided x does not equal, in this case, 2. So we can go in and we can say limit as x approaches 2, and then we'll start with this one, is x squared minus 5x plus 6 over x squared minus 6x plus 8. We can drop it down to the next and make it x approaches 2 of x minus 3 over x minus 4, which is equal to 2 minus 3 over 2 minus 4, which is equal to negative 1 over negative 2. And if you divide a negative times a negative, you're going to come out with a positive. So this is equal to 1/2 positive. Okay. So, yeah, that's it. That's the right answer. And that's number 39 on your homework if you need to show your work, or if you don't know where to start or what the heck's going on. But the reason we did that is because if you look just at this equation right here, if you plug 2 in here, 2 squared is 4, right? Minus 5 times 2 minus 10 plus 6. So 4 minus 10 is negative 6 plus 6 equals 0. 2 squared is 4 minus 6 times 2, which is 12, which is negative 8. And then when you add 8 there, that equals 0. This is why you have to break it down into this so that you can get a real answer, in which case it would be 1/2, and this is your correct answer for homework test